Nice. Warp directly there. Is there a reason to go into my place? No way my cottage contains any clues to the incident. Okay, fine. Oh, hi, Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh my! You want to go inside Nagito's room too?
Hajime,
Ah, Hajime.
what are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy, tough
Then
crowd.
do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black beans. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and lock the damn door. Yeah, Monokuma's stalling with his nonsense.
Fine, fine.
Guess I have no choice. Just gotta do that, right?
Now then.
Now then.
Loose.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See? I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that? That's true. I think he's said that spell before to open a door.
Perhaps.
I don't remember which door it was, though. Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Yeah, you're right. Well, everything is computerized as far as I can tell. Oh? What? So, Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. Yeah, so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. He's talked about that a lot, which is why I'm wondering if he's doing that even now. Somehow being a stepping stone for us. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. Saying, I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe a clue to that might be hidden in here as well. Okay, well, I mean, there's the obvious thing right here, but there's also a few other things. Under the bed, a plant, and a refrigerator. I'm most curious about the refrigerator, so we're going to take a look at that first. What has he been eating? What has he been storing in here? There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Oh, true. Not all of them have a refrigerator. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? Well, there's lots of reasons you'd want a refrigerator. Not just for cold drinks. I talked with Chiaki. I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. Monokuma's special poison for poisoning use only. Oh, really? Poison is for poisoning use only. So maybe he died of poison? There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. So this is interesting. So this kind of throws out my idea about him like slicing his wrist and bleeding out in order to kill himself. Because why would he do that if he could just poison himself? That would have been much easier for him, a much easier death. So I don't think he was the one then who made the slashes on his wrist. Maybe. I don't know. It's still weird that his right arm wasn't slashed. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really? Looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Very funny, Hajime. Very funny. Took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Now, here's another thing that he must have gotten from that octagon room. Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yeah, looks like it's poison. Poison? Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it. Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. Oh, it's got ingredients on the back or directions. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began to reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. When vaporized? What? In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. In a gaseous state, it's heavier. Let me reread this. So, though its volatility is low, that means it has a low chance of just suddenly reacting with something and, for example, catching fire. That's what I believe that by volatility is low is talking about. This liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. Okay, so it goes low down. Like CO2, I guess. It breaks down in minutes, so it doesn't last very long. And it is susceptible to hydrolysis. By hydrolysis, do they mean being mixed in water? Or I don't know what hydrolysis actually means. Obviously, I know what hydro means. And the lysis part, I mean, unfortunately, I can't connect with what that actually is trying to say. I should be able to connect what that's trying to say. I should know what hydrolysis is, but sadly, that's one of the terms I don't recognize. So, it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Okay. Why is that? Why does what it just said mean that it's possible to poison someone without any complications? Does not being susceptible to hydrolysis mean that it's... I don't know. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. Hold on a second. Let me think here. Keep this liquid secure in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. And what did it say about it? In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, but it breaks down in minutes. And it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So, what I'm thinking right now, those fire grenade things, they weren't forgotten about. They were left there for a reason. They were left there for a reason. The reason they were left there and the reason they didn't work on the fire is because they were filled with poison. They were not filled with anything that was supposed to fight fire. They were intentionally filled with poison. And who was the first person to throw one of those in there? That's probably what ended up killing Nagito. So we threw in a bunch of bottles of poison. It vaporized, but stayed low to the ground. Its volatility is low, so it didn't catch fire. It didn't react with the fire and explode on everything. But since it's heavier than air, it stayed low to the ground, and it poisoned Nagito to death. But then the sprinklers turn on after Nagito is already dead, destroy all of the poison, and also it breaks down in minutes. That's what happened. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. It's just another possibility. It's another possibility of what happened. Then, of course, with all that said, though, that doesn't explain all the slashes on him and the stabbing and that's all very weird. And also, did the Monokuma file specify anything about what the actual cause of death was? Hold on. I keep going back to the Monokuma file. It was discovered, time of death. A spear was stabbed in him and there's multiple wounds and there's a laceration. So it doesn't say the cause of death. It doesn't say the cause of death. It doesn't say he died from blood loss. It doesn't say he died from the stabbing. It doesn't say he died from this or that. So I'm assuming now that he was poisoned. And he was poisoned by those bottles that we threw. I don't remember who was the first to throw a bottle, but if we don't get that information by the end of this, I will go back and my previous thing and see who actually was the first one to throw a bottle. Or who was the one who to suggest. Actually, I don't think that matters. The mastermind matters, doesn't it? So who was the one who told us to go there and grab the poison, or grab the bottles and do that? Was it Sonia? Or was it Chiaki? I don't remember. I think it was one of them. This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Because this poison is in Nagito's room. So Nagito would have had to have been the one to set all that up so that he would be the one that would be the mastermind getting us all to kill him? So that doesn't make any sense either. Well, like, cause yeah, why is this poison in here? This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. Oh, none of my theories connect. None of my theories connect. They all seem like they have some validity to them, but they don't connect at all. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this? You already mentioned it before, Hajime.
Well?
That question could apply to the bomb used at the hotel, too. Apply to the bomb?
See?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. Didn't we already say this? Yakuza gone at the funhouse, yeah. The poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? Jeez. Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about it scares me. Yeah, that would have not have been good.
Hey, hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. Okay, yeah. But what about this poison? Huh?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Oh, that's a scary thought. That's also possible. Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. Like maybe one in the old Hope's Peak Academy building? If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. That many? Everyone on this island is at that potent of a poison? I don't know about that. Everyone on the island? What the hell? That's a bit far to go to say that a small bottle of poison could kill everyone on an island. Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? No, I don't think so. Monokuma's special poison has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Okay, well that was very interesting. And that just gives me more questions. Take the bookshelf. Oh, hello there, Monokuma. There's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to books, there's a bunch of random crap stuffed onto the shelf. It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey, hey.
Let's just leave it for later. Yeah, I agree. Okay, fine. Apparently we can't go through all that stuff, but let me take a look at it a little bit anyways. 100 GM, 100 GM, like what are those bottles? There's a horse? What is that supposed to be about? Anyways, let me go grab this Monokuma real quick. Not that it matters, we're definitely not getting all of them.
No.
We just get them when we see them. Alright, let's check under the bed. It's the bed that comes with the cottages. Looks just like the one in my room, but what?
Hey, hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's the usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Why are you saying that just so directly, Hachime? You should still just... Oh, no, he's not even saying it out loud. He just said it in his thoughts. Well, we should still just check just in case. Alright. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... There's something here. Really? The plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What's this? A gas mask and gloves. Interesting. But one of the parts is broken off of the gas mask. Which makes me question whether or not it would even work. And then there's gloves, but the gloves don't have blood on them. So I would expect that that maybe gloves were used on the spear part of the spear thing, right? And that's why there was no blood on that part. But those don't have any blood on them. But then especially, what's up with that gas mask? That I don't understand. If Nagito was gonna use it, why isn't it with him on it near his body? Why is it back in his cottage? Maybe the poison wasn't used at all? I don't get it. Maybe he was just prepared to use it, but he didn't. Looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? A gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed? What did Nagito use this stuff for? Obviously it had something to do with the poison. Gas mask and gloves have been added, yeah.
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. I peeked under the bed and once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and... There's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made out of blue aluminum? Blue aluminum. Is it just something that's wrapped up? A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. The seals that go over jars, okay. I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait. Time out.
Who knows? Might be too soon to decide that. Huh, piece of blue paper? But it's aluminum, not paper. And why is it blue? Alright, I don't know. I have no idea on that one. What is that about? Let me check my truth bullets again. Anything match that color? No, I don't think it was used there. I mean, that's blue. Could it have been related? I don't know. I mean, that is also blue. It's like a purple. Round, thin piece of aluminum paper. Okay, yeah, I have no idea. Whatever. Let's go take a look at the box. What is it, box? A fancy-looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Oh, wait, I didn't take a look at the window. Oh, well. Could this be... Oh, the thing that was stolen from her? You let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Perhaps.
The treasure box. Yucky, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Okay, a little bit of a suspicious reaction. Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. Why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. Well, I don't know, maybe he didn't know how important it was, so he just stole it anyways. Never know. I turned back towards the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. Grade, class, number, and name. Usami General Purpose Notebook. This is... Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Byakuya became the something everyone's tired of something things happen. So cool. Bad guy. Oh, so this is her notebook of stuff that happened here. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Okay. Oh wait, I think I didn't read that whole thing because it looked like there was something new there. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. And then Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. Okay. What is this, a diary? Whose diary? I guess Monomu's, right? Looks like it. Did Monomi write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. But then why is it so valuable that it had to be stolen? There's got to be more stuff in these entries. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, day 4, 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues in here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing.
Stop it!
Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook! Okay, so what was important about that? Because we did think about going to the final dead room, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be taking from this line. Obviously, it was supposed to be important. About how Hajime tried to go into the final dead room and is panicking because no one believes him. I don't know what it means by nobody believes him. We weren't trying to convince anybody of anything at that point, as far as I know. We were just saying that we're just gonna go starve to death or whatever. So I'm not sure what that means. Whoa! From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you.
I asked you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Man, Monomi is annoying. Why is she stopping us from learning the truth? Clearly, that notebook has something important in it that we should probably know, but Monokumi is purposefully keeping it from us. Even if she is part of the Future Foundation and is against Monokuma, I still don't like her because of the fact that she's withholding truth from us. Jeez, that was close. If I'd come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you're a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief?
No.
Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
Hey, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? The diary? It seems that way. Is it not? Is it some other kind of record? That's right. This is my important diary with where all my maiden secrets are written. Sounds like it's not actually that simple then. Maybe it's some kind of record of things that have happened that it's created by this simulation. Or maybe she's directing it. Maybe she writes in this and then it happens? I don't know. I'm just saying random stuff right now. Hey! You're a liar! Whoa! You always show up out of nowhere!
Why you?
Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write. Huh? What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong.
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. Good point. Yeah. But it's okay, it's anime logic. They just poke the thing like this and it sticks onto their hand. That's how it normally works. See? Bullseye! I know, because I'm the same way too. Well, you have thumbs at least.
What?
Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey!
So that's what this is all about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. Mommy's getting serious. Looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? Huh? You said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me? That's so weird. What does this mean? What does this mean? This seems so important. Why? So, Monami didn't write in the notebook, and it doesn't seem like Monokuma did either. She doesn't want to say, which means that there's something really important about the notebook. And the only thing I can think of is that the notebook writes itself? I don't know. Damn it, she totally ran away again.
Yep.
Same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, might be better that I didn't ask her. Really? I mean, we did kind of ask her and she just avoided it. Monami's notebook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Huh. Okay. Check the window, I guess. The basic layout is just like my cottage. There's nothing about this window that really catches my eye. Okay, that's it. Is that all? We're not over here. Since it's structured just like my room, the shower room is over here. Looks like there aren't any clues here. Alright, anything else to say, Shiaki? Our time for investigating is winding down.
So...
The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining other areas first. Alright, am I done here? No? What am I missing? I guess the monitor, but like, do I have to take a look at the treasure box again? Fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. Apparently it was stolen from Monami's house. If this is here, that means Nagito was the one who stole this from Monami. But why would Nagito steal this? Did he want the notebook that was inside? But Monami didn't write in that notebook, so who did? No, that notebook doesn't matter right now. Huh. I guess we can take a look at the monitor and camera. One of the monitors Monokuma uses to contact us. He could just contact us over the radio instead of using an actual screen. But does he just enjoy appearing on screen each time, or is he just trying to mock us? Either way, it pisses me off. Okay, I think we've heard that before. Everywhere we go, we're being constantly monitored by these surveillance cameras. Someone is watching us suffer and enjoying it. Okay, I must be missing something. Something on the ceiling, maybe? No. Bookshelf again?
Well?
Oh, okay, so there is something new. They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they now? I mean, that makes sense. You acquire books that reflect who you are, because they're the kinds of things that you are interested in. I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So, what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. Doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
Yep.
I'll just leave it to you then, Hajime. What? Yeah, wait, what? Are you just gonna leave all the work to us? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know? There might be private stuff in here. I guess. Well, that might be true, but...
See?
So, I'll just leave this shelf to you. Okay, fine. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked toward the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. So there's no way there are any clues here. Oh, the Hope Peak Academy student stuff. Huh? Well, if that file wasn't the only one I received from Madame Kuma. Wait, and then this is another one. Yeah, that seal. School badge, blah, blah, blah. Information about the stolen memories. It only contains... Wait, it doesn't just contain our information. Wait. It doesn't contain our information, just Hajime. Okay. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is it so large of a book? I'd imagine it's got to have other reserve students too, right? This file so thick. As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me, just as I thought Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia. Okay, so he just completely lied then. There's just everybody's information in there. Nagito. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information? My ass. Can't believe he made up such a strange lie. That means the rest of it might be a lie too. I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information, this is all that stuff. There's one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve corps student. Okay, so confirmed, he's a reserve corps student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve corps student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why? Why am I here with all the other ultimates? Well, we don't know yet if you are the only one from the reserve department. Look up Nagito's information. Maybe Nagito was also from the reserve department. Because I feel like he was. It would make sense.
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Well, I just found a strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, check every single person. Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. There should be. Don't just say should be. Actually check. Can I take a look at that file? Jockey leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right.
My
My profile is really in here.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there... These profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Oh, okay. So there's not that much specific information.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Are there photos? If there are, I would like to see photos of every single person. Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed right now, but what?
The file. His name isn't in there, right?
Nagito, you mean?
There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
So, is he under Makoto?
What are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about
Oh.
Byakuya Togami.
Wait, what? Byakuya is missing. Why would Byakuya be missing? That doesn't make any sense.
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Is that because Byakuya had a hand in setting all this stuff up, so his information isn't in there? Because he's not actually part of this simulation? He was the traitor or something? That was being referred to? So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps. Based on that, you think he might be the traitor? Well, yeah, kind of. No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. It's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope Peak Academy, right? Yeah. For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Yep. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life?
Too bad.
It's totally wrong. That's a completely different reason. Okay. A different reason?
You're getting all riled up.
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. That Byakuya. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. Huh. Okay, so that Byakuya is a different Byakuya? Is that what you're saying? Just like the Nagito that we have here is a different Makoto, and so on? You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Ultimate imposter? What? Ultimate imposter? Huh? What are they? What? Sus? What is this talking about? So, have we checked already that everybody else's name exists except for Nagito? In that case, is Nagito supposed to be the ultimate imposter? Is that what we're trying to say here? I don't know. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. Yeah, it's basically nothing. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter? That Byakuya's true identity. Huh? Wait, if that Byakuya's true identity, then what about the real Byakuya? Does that mean that the real Byakuya is part of this game and is actually somebody else? That would be weird and wouldn't make any sense, but maybe? I don't know. What do you mean by that Byakuya? So you're saying that Byakuya was an imposter? Was the ultimate imposter? What? True identity? He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent prodigy, Byakuya Togami. A fake? I mean, that does explain some things, but the fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life? Yeah, he did definitely look different from the regular Byakuya, but I didn't suspect that he was... This is so confusing. I don't know what's true anymore. Like, so let's say that's not the real Byakuya Togami. And this Nagito person isn't actually Makoto. So that would mean that nobody here is actually from the previous game or anything like that. That would mean that... I don't know what that would mean. Does that mean that this could have absolutely nothing to do with the previous game at all? Like, and that the people who escaped from Host Peak Academy have nothing to do with what's happening here also? I don't know.
So cool!
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. Then, he was lying to us the whole time? I don't know. I don't know about that.
But still.
But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. That's all. I guess that makes sense. Huh? Well, having having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You're talking about how you're destined to do that thing once you have talent for it? I don't think that's really true. What about the ultimate baseball star? The ultimate baseball star was not bound to his fate. He was going to become a singer. That's what he was going to do. He was going to quit baseball for good. So that's not true at all, Chiaki. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent. Regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell? Anyway, I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
That's right!
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? At what time? You're gonna have to remind me. That was like a million years ago. I looked at my playtime on this game. I've got like, I don't know how many hours. I got like 50, 60 hours on this game already. Cannot talk to others about my past. Suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Because he's always been an imposter. Based on the context, if I had to guess.
No.
Maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. What if you guys had your school memories? You never would have been portrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. And since you guys went to Host Peak Academy, you should have known all about the ultimate imposter already. So, in the end, it all leads back to memory loss? Jeez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. I don't know who we should be caring about. Should we even care about the traitor? Should we care about Monami? Should we care about Nagito? Should we care about the fake Byakuya? Does any of this actually matter? I don't know. I honestly have no idea what matters at this point. There's too many plot points. There's so many plot points going on right now that I don't know what to actually focus on. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course!
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file, so you guys couldn't find out. Oh, okay, so Monokuma made the file.
Could it be?
So, it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor's a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. Oh, it's not a student? You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here? Oh, that's what he's saying?
Correct!
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
And we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? True. Nagito had this file and he still couldn't figure it out. Well, probably. That's very helpful. Very helpful, Monokuma. Well, probably. Okay, now we got that added as a truth bullet. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Really? Time's up already? I mean, there isn't really anything else to take a look at, I guess. But I have no freaking clue who the killer is in this one, if there even is a killer. So I'm gonna have to rely on everybody else to chip in and give me some information in this trial. Otherwise, I'm dead. We're all dead. Time's up. Wait. Excuse me for a moment. Ding dong, bing bong. Yep. There it is. The bing bongs have started ding donging. That chimed just now.
What is most important for living things?
Are you gonna say something like hope and despair?
Well, personally, I think time is.
Okay, I mean, that makes some sense, yeah.
I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right?
Yeah, very true, Monokuma. Monokuma speaking facts.
That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
Alright, so Monokuma Rock, I guess. The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial? So, is it really going to be the last one? I guess we'll see. I mean, that's what it was seeming like.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? And also, why? Why does he want it to be the last one? Why is he making it end? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? Why would Monokuma be anxious about it? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can't imagine it's the real end. Huh? The real end? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. Okay, so there's a different endgame after the trials, what you're saying? Yeah, I don't know what Monokuma's real goal is, other than having us kill each other, so maybe there is something else. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once? It seems kind of wasteful. I don't know if that's something that Monokuma would do, just kill everybody after it's done. Like, I'm assuming he's still trying to do his whole thing of prove that despair is better than hope, right? Or cause, like, despair in everybody after causing them hope. That's normally what the ultimate despair's true goal is. So I don't think that would be it. Like, what would normal from the previous game, we know that his plan would normally be after the final class trial would be to reveal the truth to everybody, and the truth would be filled with despair, and everyone would despair or something, right? Although that didn't work out for him last time, so why would he think that it's gonna work a second time? Repeating the same thing and hoping for another result is just insanity, right? So I don't know about that.
Well?
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. Not a good idea to think about it too much? I don't know about that. Well, maybe. Not a good idea to think about all these different plot points too much, because there's too many of them, and it'll just confuse me, honestly, at this point. I think I just need to stay focused on the trial itself, rather than these other details at the moment. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, and I agree, Chiaki. I'll just focus on the trial details, forget everything else for now. You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. We really are. I don't understand anything yet. So far, there's nothing that actually points towards a killer. As far as I can tell. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still,
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together, yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. So, I mean, it's interesting. Chiaki's been helping us out quite a bit in this case, and it seems like she really is helping us out. So, that makes her less suspicious, but again, she was the one to first go and scan her book. But I think, if anything, that just means that she is the traitor, but that doesn't mean that she's the killer or anything like that. So, who is the killer? Is it Sonia? Is it Nagito? Is it Monami? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see where this goes. So, let's see. Map. Right, we're on the island already. Monokuma Rock. And now, I know I can zoom! Zoom, 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 zoom. So, that's really handy. Monokuma Rock.
Damn right.
It's like everyone's here.
Huh?
Huh? Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people? There's not many of us left. Stop it! You're making me depressed.
Stupid fool.
You're making me depressed.
Um,
So it is going to happen again? The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through with this, we can go back, right? Yeah, right.
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial. Doesn't mean we can go back, though.
Damn it.
We've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? Guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know? That's exactly why we can't believe it. I don't know what you're talking about, Kazuichi.
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. Huh. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial,
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is. No matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops. Oh no, is he gonna be the killer accidentally? Is he gonna be the one who threw the first bomb and ended up poisoning him to death? What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? This is a different Monami. That feeling of wanting to leave this island. Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know.
huh?
Huh? What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us. Something far worse?
I'll beat you up.
Damn right, stupid rabbits should just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Mustn't run away from it? Huh? I have finally realized after losing my powers. I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. Interesting. So Monami was dealing with her own despair when she lost her powers, but now she is overcoming that despair and is now filled with hope, filled with determination to succeed. This is Monami's character arc right here. We got Monami character development in the end of this right before this last class trial. That's interesting. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes look so determined.
You...
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes?
Ah,
Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if you started talking during the trial. Why are you specifying that? Why is that important? Why are you turning off Minimaru, huh? Why are you saying that, Kazuichi? What's important about turning off Minimaru? Fine.
But
Is
then-
Minimaru gonna be important to this trial? Also, that reminds me of something. What about that little motor that we found? In like the strawberry house or grape house or whatever, right? In the whole fun house area. I thought that was gonna be relevant to the class trial, and it was not relevant to the class trial. Where'd the little motor go? Didn't somebody find a little motor, and that was gonna be? I had a whole theory about how that was gonna be used to prevent the room from being locked, because it was something that was moving and it wouldn't lock until there's nothing moving in it. Like, right? Wasn't that a thing? That never ended up becoming anything useful, huh? So I guess this game really does just introduce some things sometimes that aren't relevant just to throw you off. And it certainly threw me off. Somehow, I understand what Monami is saying. I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
Yep.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Here goes. Roar, roar, roar. This is a weird animation. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock. We're not gonna get a chance to talk to anybody beforehand this time? That's weird. Don't we normally get a chance to talk to everybody before we head in? That's a bit odd. Man, so few of us. Elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so. Yeah, all of us here. So, yeah, he said that he made a fake profile for one of the students, but it doesn't necessarily have to be an alive student. The traitor could already be dead, even if there was a traitor. Again, why am I thinking of a traitor? Stop thinking of a traitor. That doesn't matter right now. Who the traitor is doesn't matter. What matters is who killed Nagito. That's the only thing I need to think about right now.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished. Yeah, exactly.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us. It's really hard to do that when there's so much information. Oh,
damn it.
entered a concrete area. Killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. That's very true. But even if he's gone, the ones who survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. The bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair? Of course he was going to say that. What's wrong with you, Hajime? You don't need to say things like cringy things like that. There's no such thing as a light of despair. What does that even mean? That doesn't mean anything. Calm down, Hajime. Oh, this looks a little bit different. Very industrial. Okay. Well then, now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough! Just fucking start this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, sure is. So, you gotta show some enthusiasm. Make sure you give it your all.
All right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now then.
Now then, let's get this class trial started.
Viva killing!
And this is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. Yay! This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Look at that. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. Yeah, all taped up. Splattered with blood. Got blood underneath him too. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. Yeah, but his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. Yeah, he is a weird one. He is a weird one for sure. A very interesting character. I still don't really understand him. He said that he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope would never lose to despair. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. It was my theory about this whole island life, is that maybe the Future Foundation put this all on to prove that hope is better than despair instead of the other way around. Even though that's already been proven, I don't know why we'd need to reprove it. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. Is that what he is now? His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out the person who finished off Nagito, the killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason why we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Save. Yep, let's save our progress. Absolutely. Here we go. And do we have all of our skills set? We apparently don't. So let's put in our envious influence, which was increase the influence gauge. Not that important, right? Wait. Cannot be combined with attentive influence. I don't have attentive influence, right? Right? Yeah, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Then lost in thought. Slightly increases the time limit for each phase. Good. I'm glad I have that one because that is actually going to be useful to me. Now that I've done that, let's save again so that I can keep those changes. All right. And then let's go through what is actually happening here. So, we just got distracted a lot. We just got distracted a lot with a lot of unrelated things to this murder. So let's try to go through this one more time before I end off for the day, because we are going to stop here before the class trial, because I have a feeling that this is going to be an especially long one. I'll wait till I'm really full and ready to do that. But let's take a look at this. So the victim is Nagito. He was stabbed in the chest with a spear thing. That was from the big castle-y building. And one interesting thing to note about that is that that building was not opened up until Nagito opened it for us with bombs. So this murder could not have been planned, or at least that part of it could not have been planned until that day. What was that day when we were first able to go into it? That was the previous day, I think, that we were able to go in there. So there was not a lot of preparation time for that, which is interesting. So he's got cuts on his legs and his left arm, but not his right arm, because he needed his right arm for something. That would be the main reason that you would think that. Like, why only his right arm would be unscathed. He must have needed his right arm for something specific. That's why it wasn't cut up. I don't know what something could have been. And then when all of that was done, his hand got stabbed. And for what actually killed him... Wait, it says cause of death on this actual thing there, but I'm pretty sure we don't actually know the actual cause of death. So the cause of death, I'm assuming right now, was the poison, which, yeah, this poison, highly potent, takes effect immediately, very dangerous when vaporized, heavier than air, breaks down in minutes, has to be kept in a cool place, in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. So those containers were plastic and they were away from sunlight, so that would make some sense that those containers that we threw would have been able to be used in this. Blue paper. Post-Week Academy students, does this say anything useful in it? Okay, no, nothing useful there. Now the gas mask is missing part of it, and that's really suspicious. I don't know what that means. Because nobody was using it, clearly. Since it was in Nagito's room, nobody even cared to use it. So if he was going to use poison, if Nagito was planning on using poison, he would have brought that to protect himself. But it seemed like, I don't know. And then the gloves also haven't been used. Those are clean. That doesn't make any sense. Then we got a diary that's updated every day, but Monami didn't write it. Usami general purpose notebook. I don't know what this was. I don't know what that was about. Well, on Akuma's account, that the bombs were, that he knew all along the bombs were fake, but he didn't reveal that to anybody. So nobody knew that the bombs were fake, which means maybe somebody killed him to try to stop him or torture, like the way to stop the bombs out of him. Maybe somebody was trying to actually do that so they didn't have to reveal themselves. Okay, so then this is my idea. Maybe the traitor or somebody tried to torture or somebody tried to torture information out of Nagito, such as where the bombs were or how to deactivate the bombs or who the traitor was, something like that. They tried to torture some information out of him, but they weren't able to get anything out of him. And at a certain point, they had to stop and put things on pause to go with us to where the bomb was to try to defuse it in the factory. I'm guessing that's maybe what happened. And then so maybe it was Chiaki. No, well, the reason the only suspicious person the only person who did anything suspicious in that scene was Chiaki, who decided to scan her notebook, and she was the first one to do it. So that could possibly mean that she is a traitor, but I don't know if that means she's a killer. But if like, because somebody could have tried to be I don't know. Then we've got the MP3 player. I don't know why that was making, I guess that was making noise to drown out Hajime's noise of his struggles. Not necessarily when he was being tortured, but maybe when the killer left him alone to go and do other things, because they needed to go pretend like they were still doing other stuff, right? And they needed to go with us to see the car that had a bomb attached to it and go to defuse it. So they needed to leave Nagito. They needed to leave Nagito here, but not let anyone hear that he was in there. So they put music to drown out the noise, maybe? The oil lighter. So this is what caused the fire. Who would have thrown this? This is what initially started the fire. Maybe Nagito started the fire? Maybe Nagito started the fire. Yeah. Maybe Nagito started the fire so that he could burn off the rope, right? But I don't know why there would have been something flammable there for him to burn. Like maybe the gas was there, but why was the gas there? Regardless, maybe he started it to burn one of the ropes so that he could get free. But then we came in to try to help him, and he's like, hey, we're helping you, we're helping. And then we throw poison bombs at him and he dies. Like, maybe that's possible. It sounds pretty far-fetched. The Monokuma panel is being tipped over. This was a weird one. They're laying on top of each other in a straight orderly line as if they fell off a stack. Or like the stack tipped over and they all just started sliding off of each other. Why were they all stacked up? I don't know. I have no idea on that one. That one doesn't make any sense to me. The blood up there would seem to imply that the spear was already bloodied and was hung up there so that it could fall down on him later or something. Then we got the plushie found on the floor near the fire's origin point. It has a huge bloody hole in its stomach as if it was stabbed near the fire's origin point. So it got stabbed and then it caught on fire, but it's not on fire. There's something else that's on fire. Did the Monokuma plushie come in with a lighter to go and burn something and then it got stabbed? Like, there's so many missing pieces here. We just like have a bunch of parts, but we don't have anything about what they do. It's like we have a bunch of nouns, but no verbs to go along with them. That's what I feel like. I feel like I don't know anything. Alright, then his mouth was covered with duct tape. Had a lot of crinkles. He was desperate. He was moving his mouth when that was underneath it. So he was conscious while he was duct taped. That would seem to imply that it is indeed a murder, and his hand has no blood on that part of it. Yeah, really weird. I don't know what that was about either. I don't know what any of this is about. It's so confusing. That would seem to imply that he's holding this like part of the spear, right? The rope burned off. However, his sleeve is still fine. That would make sense if maybe like it burned off and then he pulled his arm back because he was trying to escape. I don't know. And yeah, that's it. So I guess my theory is that Chiaki is the murderer. That's the only thing I can think of because she's the only one who did anything suspicious by scanning her e-handbook. Chiaki's the murderer. Chiaki tried to torture information about how to turn off the bomb out of Nagito. She failed and left Nagito while he was still alive and just, you know, sitting there in pain. Left to go and try to disarm the bomb at the factory with everybody else. And then she scanned her handbook there, hoping that it would stop it, and then it just ended up being fireworks. She didn't know that. She didn't know any of that. But then what about the No, it would have to be whoever suggested going and getting the fire grenade things. And I thought that might have been Sonia. So my theory is that whoever said to go and get the fire grenade things, they are the killer. That can't be. That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. Because whoever told us to go in there mentioned that there was less stuff there than before. So maybe they aren't related. Maybe they just counted on the fact that we would know where to go for these fighting supplies. So it's not necessarily whoever led us there. But I am going to go check after this recording who that actually was. So my theory is still that Chiaki did that. Chiaki had us throw all the bombs in and no, but then like why would somebody torture him, not be finished torturing him, leave to go like through the bombs to go disable the bomb, but then also have this side thing about having poison in those bottles? Like those two things don't make sense. Why would you have this whole setup to go and have him get killed by everybody else, but then also not have been done torturing him yet? And getting information. Maybe they figured. Maybe the killer figured that they would have the information at that point already, and they didn't expect that they would be able to finish torturing them. I don't know. That's all I can say for now. That's as far as my theory goes. It's not even much of a theory because it doesn't actually go. It doesn't explain a lot of the things that have happened here. But that's as good as I can do. So. Yeah, that's my theory. We'll see where this goes next time. I have no idea. I'm just gonna hope that the truth comes to light in everybody else's and everybody else's testimonies. So I hope you're also excited to see where this is, what kind of twists and turns are going to happen in this one. I'm sure it's going to be completely not what I expect at all. So hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed too. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.